Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to talk to you about the top mistakes I see new online entrepreneurs making, and I was certainly guilty of doing these myself, and I see them a lot with my clients. So I wanted to share with you things I've learned from my experience so you can avoid making the same mistakes I did, as well as the same mistakes I see being repeated by a lot of new entrepreneurs and seasoned ones alike, actually. So my hope is that, my experience and what I've learned along the way can really just help you accelerate your results. So this is a big one. I need a website. I think a lot of people in the beginning get really bogged down with the tech overwhelm and just the management overwhelm of running a website, creating a website, and the cost associated with it. It can be very costly and very time consuming, and it can take a fair amount of time to do if you want to do a comprehensive one. So my recommendation is, you probably need a website down the road, right, when you get a little bit more established. That is true. However, when you're first starting out, you probably only need a lead page that is redirected to a URL that you get through GoDaddy. So it's an actual it looks like a web page. It is a web page. It's redirected to a URL, so it doesn't say lead page dot hannahmunjet dot whatever. It's redirected to a URL like Hannah's private Facebook group or .com, what have you. Whatever URL you register with GoDaddy, then your lead page here is going to that URL, and then it looks like a web page because it is. I get asked sometimes, well, don't you think that's deceptive? Well, no, I don't. I think it's all about looking professional and, not letting yourself get so overwhelmed with trying to do everything all at once that you just quit, I think, I think people who are online any amount of time these days are used to opt-in pages, right? You opt into a list or you opt into a Facebook group in exchange for something, essentially, right? Some sort of freebie, a training, an ebook, a webinar, those types of things. So I don't think people don't think that, opt-in pages are sneaky or scammy. I mean, I suppose they could be, but, if you're coming from an authentic, genuine place, I don't think you have to feel bad about it. If you know that you're delivering value to the people who are in your Facebook group or on your email list and you genuinely care about helping them, I don't think you have to feel like you are misleading them. Lead Pages is extraordinarily easy to use. There are other options. ClickFunnels is a great one as well. I personally use Lead Pages, and I use it for all of my clients when I set up their sales funnels, and it's they have beautiful lead pages that work really, really well. It's pretty user friendly and it's relatively inexpensive. And then you can just register your URL at GoDaddy. And I mean, gosh, I want to say that maybe is like $10 a year, or maybe it's $10 for every 3 years. It's very inexpensive as well. So don't get overwhelmed with needing a website. That is not necessarily where I would start if you're just starting out online. I need someone to do graphics. I hear this a lot too, like, oh, I need to get a graphic designer. I need someone who has design expertise. I need to hire someone to do this. Nah, probably not. Of course, as you grow and your business grows, you will possibly run into a time where you need to outsource some of your graphic design work to a professional. That may happen, but in the beginning, you can definitely use Canva. Let me show you what I mean. So Canva, they have a paid option, but they also have a free option, which is really great to start with. There's no need to do the business option when you're just starting out. So you can, you sign in, and they have all these beautiful designs that you can choose from. Now, they will charge you for using their own design. Sometimes they do have free ones, like this one would be free, but if they have a little dollar sign there, you have to pay to use it. However, if you scroll down, you want to get the template that allows you to upload your own image, because that is free. Oh, this is taking a little bit longer than I expected. Sorry, guys. I think we're almost there. All right, here we are. Okay, and I typically just choose the one that just has the one photo, and then it will let you drag and drop your own photo into here that you have uploaded to Canva, and then you can add your text. Most of their text is free, so that's nice. So a lot of your own imagery can be done with Canva. I do all of mine on Canva, and I create images for my clients on Canva. I do have the upgraded option, but like I said, when you're just starting out, you really can get away with just using the free option. So now I also get asked where I find my images oftentimes, and I find them on Google. So let's just type in yoga, go to images. Okay, so when I'm looking for images, a couple things to keep in mind. You want to make sure they're not copyrighted or trademarked. They'll have a watermark typically across them. You want to avoid those because you don't want to use an image that someone else has rights to, obviously. You want to look for an image that is pretty sizable pixel-wise. See these little numbers down here, 851 by 564? Those are the pixels. And you want them to be in the thousands because you don't want a low-quality image, because then your image will look pixely and kind of stretched out and just not professional and high quality. Another good way to get high quality images is whatever you're searching for. So it could be yoga, chakras, crystals, nutrition, whatever type of images you're searching for, you'll put that word in and then space wallpaper. And typically that will bring up, yeah, pretty sizable images. So you'll have more to pick from. And then I just, click on them, make sure I don't see any sort of watermark or trademark, which I don't, and then just save image as. Then you can come back to Canva and upload it. See, upload. So you just go upload your own images and boom. So there's, Canva has really kind of revolutionized how people create images in the online world. It's an awesome service. I love it. And I know many online entrepreneurs that use it. So no need to hire a graphic designer. Like I said, occasionally down the road you may need that service, but for right now, just starting out, you definitely don't. Social media overload. Oh gosh, this is a big one. I think, honestly, I think social media overload is an issue for consumers and business people alike. And it's an ongoing issue, honestly, for even those of us who have experience in the industry. There's always something new coming out. Periscope, and when that first came out, it was like, oh, Periscope is dope. You have to start using it in your business. So whenever there's some sort of new social media outlet coming up, it's like, oh gosh, okay, well, do I get on the bandwagon or not? Do I just stick what's working for me, or do I be innovative and hop on this new thing? So you just know that this may not ever go away. And I don't say that to discourage you. I just, there's ways that you can find what works for you, and I'm a fan of finding what works for you and sticking with it. I think it's really easy, especially as online entrepreneurs, for us to have shiny object syndrome, right? So, and this applies to many things, not just social media, but like, oh, we're going down on this path, things are working, things are going well, and then it's like, oh, well, maybe I should do this. Maybe I should start using Twitter. Maybe I should do Instagram. Maybe I should do Periscope. Maybe I should, offer this program to my clients, this product. Maybe, and it's like we're always trying to go off in a million different directions. It's really easy to have shiny object syndrome. That's what I call that. However, find what works for you and then stick with it. It goes back to that old phrase, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And you definitely want to know what is working right now in online business. You want to know what is current, what's working. You want to be, on top of the new marketing strategies out there. However, that you also don't want to pick, like 5 or 10 different strategies to implement all at once. So it's all about balance. And that being said, I'm a huge fan of Facebook groups. I know a lot of other online entrepreneurs that are utilizing them. Their, Facebook like pages are essentially useless just because of the algorithm that Facebook keeps changing. I mean, our fans that like our page, the vast majority of them never see what we post, whereas with Facebook groups, everyone in that group, it shows up on their newsfeed when you or someone in the group posts. It's really great for engagement. It's really great for feeling connected and building a sense of community. It's really great for giving back value to your prospects. Which brings me to marketing for the year we live in. What is working now? Know what is working now. Keep up on your training. Keep up on your education. Find someone that is having success and then find out what they're doing and then duplicate it. It's also, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. I mean, obviously you don't want to copy people, right? But, take what people are doing that's working and tweak it to your own business, to your own target market, and make it your own. But, blogging is very powerful for a lot of people. I know people have had a lot of success on Instagram and YouTube, and I know Periscope is really big, but I will say Facebook groups are kind of my jam right now. I'm using that strategy with a lot of my clients, not all of them, but the vast majority of them, and it's working remarkably well. So there's a little pearl of wisdom for you. Don't become an HR manager. This is a big one. So when we start out, we think, oh, I have to find a web designer, I have to find a graphic designer, I need someone to do copy for me, I need someone to help with the setup of this, I need help with that. Okay. Yes, you may need help. You probably do need help, and that's normal and it's expected. And I think as online entrepreneurs, sometimes we start to feel like islands. We're just out here in the middle of the ocean all by ourselves, and it's not the case. You should ideally find someone who can do it all for you or with you. And if they do need to find someone, they should ideally have someone already on their team that they can sort of delegate that task to, that is that person's area of expertise, or they should have the skill to be able to locate someone for you. So you shouldn't have to, become an HR manager where you're constantly trying to hire and outsource all of these projects within your business. You really want to get to the point where you just have one person that is your point of contact, one person that really does it all for you or with you and can really connect you with the people that you need to be connected with, that will give you the results you need. Because, most people start out in business, and particularly in the online business, more so than bricks and mortar, to really work with clients, to do whatever it is that they're passionate about, right? We don't really necessarily start to do all the quote-unquote businessy things of the business, of the job, right? We really just want to work with clients. And I think that's more so true for, people like you, like yoga teachers who want to monetize their profession online, or nutrition counselors, or, energy healers, things like that. You want to do what it is that you're passionate about, work with people, impact their lives, transform lives, not necessarily get bogged down with all this business stuff.